All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Had a fun little break. Got everything set up on the back, and we've got our next and extremely anticipated game with Division B #1 and #2 teams going at it. I got rid of Izord. He did his first one. He got scared. He ran to the corner. But I got Penn on the desk here. How's it going?
Oh, it's going amazing, and I just cannot wait for this battle of early season juggernauts.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one here. Like we said, we technically say #1 and #2 team, but again, they are tied 2-0 with the exact same win percentage. So the winner is going to go to 3-0 undefeated and be the clear #1 team in Div B.
100%. I mean, each only dropping one game to start the season, and just looking like menaces on the pitch.
Yeah, we're going to look at some of these stats for you boys. And yeah, you don't have to look very far down. As like I said, we're looking at the #1, #2 team. They are tied. And can we just talk about the amount of red between both of these teams? Like in terms of teams leading the league in winning percentage, goals and shots, assists, goals against, shots against, saves against. Like it's saves percentage. It's insane how dominant these two teams have been so early in the season.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore the other team up at the 2-0 with none of that.
No. Air raid, no. They don't exist at this point, right? They are so down below them.
100%. I agree with you. No, I think that if you're gonna look at any of this, the extra goal a game coming out from Juicer Alert with a save percentage. So like we're gonna see if a defense can truly shine an offense here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what is going to do it. I mean, stats-wise, again, they are extremely close. We give the offense probably a little more advantage to Juicer Alert. But again, like they've just been so dominant. So if we look at the individual stats of these teams, starting with Cargo Space 2.0, the only league leading we see is going to be demos per game with Skull, which is kind of fascinating because in the history of him playing in the NDSU leagues and Dcrl, he hasn't been a super demo-heavy player. So it's kind of fascinating to see kind of the playstyle change on this team.
100%. And if you saw, there was a little message earlier saying that he was just trying to chase somebody, so it's a little inflated. But we'll see if he can. We'll see if he can keep that up through this game. If there's anything on the list of Cargo Space, I'm gonna be looking at Fana's Legendary at the 0.3 goals per game and the 12% shooting. Starting out the season, I mean, I guess we don't have a large section to choose from, but for a 2-0 team, I'd expect to be a little higher even from a third man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. One thing I will say is a reminder, guys, that before we kind of keep talking about stuff, that we've got predictions are up. I, again, dropped a lot on there, so if you want to go try to steal some, be my guest and just drop your channel points. So far, like the actual number of people voting, it's pretty even. But again, I know a lot of you are just trying to get those odds and steal from me. But moving on to looking at Juicer Alert, and this has been a dominant team on the offense. I had this team, a combination of Ali and Hambungus, actually going to LAN and doing exceptionally well. And then they decided that it'd be more fun to get reverse swept in playoffs to not make LAN last season. But, you know, I respect, if that's how you want to go out. You can go out that way. But Ali coming back with a vengeance. The man who we didn't even think he was going to play. Like, it took so much convincing for him to actually play this season. And he's currently sitting at #1 in the league for goals.
1000%. But he's also got right underneath him Hambungus. A man who seems to just get better by the minute. I can't even tally how much better he gets as the days go on. And then the third man coming out, kind of super dubs. This is, I think, going to be a battle of the third man. As you can see, his stats are a little better, but will Fana's Legendary keep up with him? And will these teams be able to play out? Because Scout's very strong, Ali's very strong, Skull's very strong, Hambug's very strong, and
so it's just a strong team. Everyone's just strong. Everyone's just strong is what I'm hearing here.
Of course, K-Tool. That's why I think the third man is going to be how we find who's going to win this game.
This is going to be a fun one. So I already, like I said, put my channel points on Juicer Alert. I hope this goes 5. Please. This is we as the community of Dcrl deserve a game 5 with how dominant these two teams have been, and we just want some content with the top 2 teams going at it.
Yeah, and sadly, I gotta follow my man Bungo, and I gotta go good old 4-1. 3-1. I think they take it. I don't think it goes to 5. I think it gets to maybe like a little trade between the games in the start, but it falls to Juicer Alert in 5.
All right,
Or
so
4. Well,
so what we both got Juicer Alert. That's interesting. I'm looking again, and the number of people technically Cargo Space. You guys think are gonna win it, but again, trying to see what's happening here. Looks like we've got one of the players is restarting his computer, which means we just get to wait a little bit more. Unless actually, let's just see if they want a 3v2 question mark. or honestly, you or I can hop in and just have some fun with that one. But all jokes aside, no, I'm really excited for this one. And kind of it's interesting, you know, because you did mention it, is that, you know, quote unquote third place team in Air Raid sitting at 2-0 as well. Is I actually have Air Raid winning the entire division, right? I had them in my preseason predictions, which absolutely have no merit and or weight to them at all, but it's just kind of fun to do. I literally had Air Raid and Juicer Alert in my top 3, so I'm pretty happy with my predictions so far. But again, after tonight, only one of these teams here on stream is going to stay undefeated.
and again, if you're looking at strong teams in Div B, you see that top 4 right there: Cargo Space, Juicer Alert, Air Raid, and Honey Nut. I mean, you wedged 2 of them together in their first match. So I mean, maybe the stats are not showing that quite yet. Maybe as these top teams start playing each other, we start to see a bit of exchange in those top stats. But we'll see as we get through tonight, where 2 of those teams play each other.
Well, and what's interesting is, yeah, it's like, you know, Honey Nut obviously just ended up winning, so they're sitting at 2-1 as well. And then one of these teams playing tonight is also going to be at 2-1. So depending on, you know, the game percentage winning, Honey Nut could be jumping into third place here, which would be a big jump for them. But we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, though, we are waiting for Ham Bungus, or, and I quote, Lamb Bungus, according to Ali. Apparently, Scout saying Mary had a little Ham Bungus, little Lamb Bungus. So, yeah, we're just waiting for him to restart the computer, and we'll be getting good to go. So, as we get into this one, I want you to give me one player from both teams that you are looking to be the standout player that's going to make the team succeed.
I have 2 players in mind, and I had that prepped even if you never asked me. And for the good old Juicer Alert team, it has to be Hambungus. Can he peak at maximum levels? Can he do stuff that you don't even think someone in Div B should be doing? We'll find out here. And the other one is Scout, my dark horse of this season. He's coming off of being a little rusty, but the man is probably the most solid KVM player I've seen outside of Fighting Hamster, and you can see how effective Fighting Hamster's been this season.
Yeah. Well,
he actually surpasses.
Looks like we got everyone here. I am going to go, believe it or not, actually is my one key for each team success. Scout, does he get the space and does he have the supporting cast on defense to survive this barrage of offense? And then on the other side, Ali, does he be a little conservative and not get too crazy mechanical? Because we know he's done it in the past. Question is he going to do it here on stream?
I like the opinions, but I think we're just about ready here, so I think we'll be hopping into this game.
Yep, I'm just getting the lobby up and going, making sure all the team names are correct, because Cargo Space 2.0 is a little awkward to type out. I'm not going to lie.
Quick reminder to finish getting your channel points in for this prediction.
Ooh, good call, good call. Yep, we got about 30 seconds left, you guys. If you want to win some channel points from me, I dropped 30K for you up for grabs. All you got to do is go snag it. It's easy. It's there for the taking. Right, as we will get into this game, I will fix the overlay as we always have to do right away, because that's just how.
Of course, and we're starting off with Juicer Alert up front. A little awkward in the corner, trying to shoot us in Hambungus, but it hits out mid, and still able to clear. Ali's touched it back in his own half, and it just seems like a basic start of a couple whiffs here and there. Nerves getting to people, but a shot comes in from side of Super Dubs off the whiff, and we're going 1-0. Juicer Alert to start her off.
That did not take long at all for these teams to get going here. A total of 23 seconds. Ali throwing the fakings in chat here. Hot start for Juicer Alert. And again, we talked about it. They are the #1 scoring team in all of Div B. And I'm expecting them to continue to put up a lot of goals here in the series.
100%. Kind of Super Dubs and Bungus awkward in the back of the line. Hits it up. Kind of Super Dubs to follow. Fan of Legendary. Boost and ball in air. Passes it. Little block by Scout, and it's fed off by Hambungus, but a third man goes. Hambungus for the pinch. No.
You see Hambungus, though, he's still going here. Skull, a little bit awkward. I think, like I had mentioned earlier, it's going to be, does Scout get the space to cook? And does the supporting cast hold up as kind of subpar Dubs getting it from the heavens, locking down a 2-0 lead?
That's a shot pack if I've ever seen one. And he's on 2 for 2, 100% accuracy starting this match. And I just got to know, can they make a little comeback here on the cargo space side?
Ooh, Skull getting a flip reset. Extremely useful. Always go for them, especially on 0 boost. Any lower players, just trust me. You get the reset, your teammates will give you the goal. As we see Scout, again, one of the only players in the entire league that still uses the Dominus. Rocking the Vikings decal we love to see after a super dominant, not worried win over the Packers. As we see an almost goal again coming out for Hambungus here. And like we said, we're going to see a lot of goals from Juicer Alert, but do we see another one happening here? Cargo Space just surviving on defense, but we need to see the offense get going early here.
I agree, but the touch comes off from Fantasy Legendary in the middle. Skull gets a touch, but it's not going to go. Skull trying to block out Hambungus. He's got no beans in the tank, and that just sets off right for kind of subpar Dubs. And Legendary hits it mid, but Allies hits it out. There's just no boost on this Juicer Alert side, and they're getting just the ball ran through them here.
Scout trying to control this one. Legendary taking over. Gets the touch over one, actually over everyone, but I don't think anyone expected him to just walk through the defense that easily. Skull now up and around the backboard, looking for a bump on subpar Dubs. Legendary with the shot. This is going to bounce high, though. Scout opting not to go for this one. It does drop down. Does he beat out one? He does. Is it on target? No, it's not. Causes a double commit, though, out of the defense of Juicer Alert. But subpar, they always have at least 1 or 2 back in defense. Juicer Alert rotationally looking very solid here in game 1.
Yeah, I think those early game nerves kind of shook off, but now we got to figure out if this Cargo Space team can put up a shot. They can get these balls in the center, but no one's following up, and this team, even when they get their opponents on no boost, they're just not able to put it through.
Oh, that was a wide open net. Do we see a follow up here? And he had 2 chances at it. Legendary not able to get the open net. Again, 2 cracks at it. That is unfortunate. Cargo Space, you have to put that in. You cannot afford to miss those back-to-back.
And this ball finally comes out of the blue half with Allies following it from behind. Skull gets a touch up, but Hambungus is there. He drops it down, and kind of Supergirl has to scoot back out. The clear comes through by Scout. Scout hits it up, no fall. Hambungus hits it down. The Skull's able to follow it up, and they're right back on that blue half. But they have a 2-goal lead, and so unless something happens here, this is looking worse and worse for this Cargo Space team.
Both of us just laughing at Scout being backwards the whole time. Allie's last back there was 0 boost. Actually, this might be going just off target. Is anyone there to follow? Scout with a good touch to the corner. Hambungus with a shot on target, and Skull can't find it. An unfortunate, unforced error. It gives Juicer Alert a 3-0 lead.
Hambungus, the nice little touch mid. I don't think he expected that to go in. Skull awkward off the little sidewall, and that's just not how you want to go 3-0 down in the first game.
Yeah, one thing I will say too is the Scout, you know, I already called out him being the only Dominus player, but he's also one of the few KBM players we have in the entire league. So my guy is just a gem here in this Dcrl league.
I mean, KBM breeds consistency. It's not expected by a lot of people, and not everyone's going to roll up like an Alpha 54, but this, it's interesting to see people like Fighting Hamster and Scout make decent strides into GC on KBM.
Oh, speaking of Scout, he finally gets on the board as Cargo Space, and Juicer Alert not able to survive the miss here from one, and Hambungus with another miss. Good pass from Legendary, and Scout just pure speed, which is what he does so consistently, is the speed on this field. But 30 seconds left, Cargo Space, you still are down 2.
Yeah, it was a great shot, but holy cow, his wheels are giving my brain an aneurysm as I just cannot deal with the different shades of purple. Hambungus hits a nice ball deep, hits it down, no go. Scout's following up over Alley's Kind of subjects in the back to receive. Fan's Legendary's there, but he can't do anything about it. Skull hits it down mid. It's high, but Hambungus is able to clear, and he follows it out to make sure it stays out of his half.
Ooh, good 50 from Scout, but that is going to be too little too late here in game one as Juicer Alert get the first game on the board here with a dominant. They went up, pretty early in the game. Cargo Space did find one, but not enough. Juicer Alert finishing off this game one.
Yeah, I set it around that 230 mark. Not enough effective pressure out of the Cargo Space team, and they were able to get one back, but after they received their third goal, it was just kind of all over.
All over. Looking at the stats here, honestly, shots pretty consistent. Surprisingly, not a single save out of this Cargo Space touch here, but no surprise. Cargo Space across the board, fairly even on touches. But first of all, Hambungus, my dude, you can let someone else go for the ball.
He's doing what Hambungus does. And with the 5 shots, 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 save, he kind of stat padded himself right along the line.
I'm looking at the 59 touches. My dude is literally almost double anyone else in the entire field.
I mean, if I want to see anything coming out of Cargo Space going into the second game, it's definitely going to be shot finishing. We're looking at 7-7 both sides, but it's a difference between 3 and 1 goals, and I got to see a change there on their end.
I will say, though, the Cargo Space logo is one of the cleanest, coolest logos I have seen in all Dcrl. Now, granted, like 85%, and I'm not kidding, like 85% of the logos are just AI generated. So I still got to appreciate a cool logo when I see it.
I mean, I'm a little biased to logos this season, but I'll have to agree with you there.
Either way, I'm looking at this game, though. Cargo Space, can we get a hot start after they went down 3-0 here in the first game? They got to get something going here. I'm looking at Legendary. I'm looking at Skull. Again, the supporting cast. How do they do? We know Scout's going to put up points. We know Scout's going to put up goals. But how does the supporting cast do? Legendary and Skull, if they're quiet, it's going to be a very difficult road ahead.
Yeah, and I know we joked about it, but seeing some demos out of Skull might help their team. It might help them around, might help them get some openings. As Skull gets a shot on, and Bunks is there to clear out the side. Scout to follow up. It's wide, but Ali hits it back to the middle anyway. Fans out of position, and Skull has to follow up. And we're seeing a little bit of pressure to start, and I just hope that it maintains.
Subpar going for this one. Scout, can he find a touch off the backboard? Hambungus should have plenty of time on this one. Nice controlled touch. Ali with the great pass down. Can he find a touch here? Oh, it's almost off. Follow potential. We see, though, the 3-man passing play out of this Juicer Alert team. I'm liking the chemistry from these guys. Again, Ali and Hambungus were on a team last season. Skull, can he find the touch? Scout, anyone put this one in? They cannot. We see Legendary and Scout, they were on a team before. Juicer Alert, Ali and Hambungus were on a team before, so these teams, in theory, should have a lot of pre-built chemistry.
They should, and we're seeing some of that, especially from Ali's and Hambungus, but I need to see more out of Fan in like these third-man passing situations. The Scout gets a nice touch off his backboard. Trying to follow it up, is unable to. It rolls out mid, but Skull follows it up. It's straight over to Fan as Legendary. Fan as Legendary receives him in the corner, tries to hit it mid, but it's just cleared away, and this Juicer Alert team is just keeping it out of their half. As Super Dubs hits it up to Hambungus. It comes off the backboard, unable to be followed up. Ali's misses, and Fan as Legendary. Skull hits a shot on target, and it's unable to be saved. And Cargo Space go up for the first time this series.
Oh, Subpar had a wide open net, missed this one, and Skull with the ripper. Hambungus almost had a save, but enough power was put on. Cargo Space have their first lead in the series.
Yeah, and I want to see more. If anything else, it's shots coming out of this Juicer Alert side. I mean, that was a good follow through on a counterattack, but I mean, a good shot from the Juicer Alert side would have easily put them up 1-0.
Again, I just want to see this go 5. That's what I want. Oh, Scout put it in. Someone's got to be a follow-up, and Skull again out of nowhere getting one in. We see Scout going for the solo plays up and around alleys, and just a little bit of awkward pinch. A poor clear from Hambungus. Skull, just the perfect placement and timing. Cargo Space, quick back-to-back goals.
Interesting lack of a Vikings decal from Skull, the main man, the Vikings fan of the ages.
I think with the wheels that Scout's wearing, there's already enough purple on the field.
I guess I'll agree with you there, but Hambungus takes him into the orange half. Scout's able to clear, comes back. It's just nothing of value. It's just a nice flick over one, but followed up by the Juicer Alert team. They're just taking it on the other side.
Skull getting beat up by one. Legendary gonna take his time, tries to get it popped. Good touch from Hambungus. Potential shot coming in, and that is gonna be it. Subpar just beating out Scout, cutting the lead in half.
Yeah, with his third goal of this series, he just finds the angle, finds the time, and no one back to defend that tight angle.
Slow start here out of Juicer Alert, though. With 3 minutes into the game, they finally find their first goal after a dominant game one. Cargo Space, how do you respond to the situation? Legendary, not the best touch here. Who is there to follow up? It is Scout. Down to basically no one. Skull last back. A little awkward positioning here. Does get it over, though. We see Scout tossing it mid. That's going to go off the backward. This should be a potential touch here. Does cause a double commit. We see a center pass here. Unfortunate double going backwards with Legendary's touch.
Yeah, double doesn't fall correctly, and this ball goes right back to the blue half, but it gives them a little bit of time to reset, control, and as we move into the last minute and a half, and Scout's able to put another one on target.
I don't think anyone thought that was going in. Ali, honestly, in a really good position with zero boost. He just hit the brakes a little too much with zero boost. Did not keep his momentum. And Cargo Space back to a 2-0 lead. They just got to hold on for a minute and a half.
Cargo Space have been putting Juicer Alert on their back foot for this entire match. There's a difference of saves. We'll see after this match, but it's triple the other team. And let's just say it's on the team that's been stuck on defense, but Hambungus sneaks a shot in, and this game's still possible.
Well, it took them 15 seconds as we see Fan is Legendary missing that one. Skull getting demoed by Hambungus, and Juicer Alert, they do not want to lose this game. Cargo Space, I'm getting a little worried, boys.
Skull trying to make his top demos, trying to do a demo against leading right there, but we'll see if Juicer Alert can put one through here and get her tied up in the last minute.
Hambungus, though, trying to bully out one alley. We know how mechanical this man can be. Dropping this one down, it's still dangerous. Skull taking his time, trying to get it around one. We see Legendary's getting bumped out of net, though. We see all three players in the corner. Boys, we gotta rotate. Skull on zero boost. Actually ends up going all the way and getting the corner. We needed someone from Juicer Alert to challenge.
Yeah, but no one to follow up, but it's out of their half for at least a little bit of time. Skull hits a deep pass too. Hambungus is awkward. He's able to get back to that, but they're just in a really awkward position until a whiff by this Cargo Space side, and it's right back into their half. No one's able to get anything past the midline. 20
seconds left. Cargo Space got to hold on here. Well, we see Legendary on zero boost going back here. Scout on zero as well. This is dangerous to push up, though. Cargo Space, what do you hold on here? Juicer Alert got to go the whole length of the field here. Legendary going to be up first. If this ball touches the ground and/or goes in, and that is going to be a 0-second goal. Cargo Space all the way tying up the series.
Little stat pad, one for the road for Legendary, and we're seeing a 4-2 game coming out of this one.
All I want is 5. All I want is 5. No, like you said, though, not as dominant, though. I think I was kind of surprised looking at the stats. Cargo Space, you talked about the shots last time. They were pretty even. Shot-wise, Cargo Space was dominant.
Yeah, and having 2 times the saves of your opponent sounds nice until you realize you had no pressure with Scout's 7 goals raining on you, just giving his team easy attempts at the ball. And I'm looking at touches here, if any stat. We went from Hambungus touching the ball more than anyone should in a single game to him getting just on par with the rest of his team, and Fan is Legendary being the top man of the game.
Yeah, no, I definitely like to see that one given the situation here. So I'm looking at this game 3, right? And I'm thinking, Juicer Alert, boys, you guys came out so dominant, and I think it was just lack of speed, right? Like game 1, they were so aggressive. We saw, you know, Hambunkus have like 60 touches, right? And then he just stopped ball chasing this game, which I think gave Cargo Space a lot of space for them to just, hey, let's get some shots, let's get aggressive, let's get our follow-up. So I'm looking at Hambunkus. I think you got to actually ball chase more in this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's a menace on the ball, and if he can replicate that first match, just giving them no time or energy, I think that they can take this next match here.
We got Ali rocking the something. I don't even know. Was that the Vulcan or the X Devil?
I think
it's the X Devil, and apparently it's built different on these kickoffs. Somehow that ekes through. Skull, I've been saying it forever. You gotta learn speed flips.
Yeah, it wasn't a beautiful look, but the X Devil gets another look. Nothing but Scout's taken out wide. Fanta's Legendary Scout playing a little double team here. And Bungus taking it to the wall. Skull to follow. Yeah, it's just, I need to see something from Cargo Space at the start of this match. I need to see some like unexpected pressure because they're already one down, and if momentum shifts right there and doesn't come back,
this is open.
It's going well at all. Hambungus with a double, no, just flies wide, and this Cargo Space team will have a little bit more time to try to equalize.
Oh my god, I can tell you this is a demolition derby here in game 3. The speed has increased. Everyone is going 1,000 miles an hour compared to last game. They have definitely increased their chances here. Legendary up and over 1. Is anyone there? Good touch, though, from Subpar. Another chance here going up early as Skull. And, yeah, I think this is going to be an all-out chaos here in Game 3.
Yeah, it's going to be a game of boosts and demos. And so far, we're seeing both teams playing that match. But only one team has a lead. But Skull and Fan are up. Fan puts it down. No go as Hambungus with enough boost to start a civil war. Takes it to the side, and Scout able to clear it off to the side.
Legendary should have a free clear in this situation. Downfield to no one. We see more demos happening here. And again, demos on Scout, their main guy. That's a pretty good tactic, I will say, if you are Juicer Alert. But again, still got to get the ball in the net. It's Legendary going for a shot. Not a lot of power on that one. Ali now off the ceiling. This is awkward. Subpar looking for this one. Scout does get a decent clear. Does get the corner boost, though, but still a very, very dangerous spot. Cargo Space, though. 0 boost to follow up this one, though. Juicer Alert, their 1 goal might be all they need. I have not seen a lot of offensive pressure from Cargo Space.
No, not at all. But I mean, I think that momentum, it was going Juice Alert's side, and if nothing changes here, it's gonna maintain there. And the farther we get into this game, the more desperate this Cargo Space team is gonna have to get. A lot of awkward touches coming out from this Cargo Space team. I need to see a little bit more thought process and follow through as they begin their attacks.
Ooh, that was almost awkward. Legendary might have gotten demoed their Skull. This is going to go off the backward here. Is anyone there for the free touch? Ali with the whiff. This is awkward. No one could expect it, and that ball is actually going all the other way. Scout's going to pick up this corner, turn early. Immediately destroyed on a 50 by Subpar. Scout going for the fake on 1. Gets around 1. Can he get around the last man? Hambungus not there. Potential shot, though. Skull actually centered. Legendary with the whip, and that was the golden opportunity.
Earlier when they lost the ball, Cargo Space had an opportunity, but Skull and Scout were just a little too close together as Hambungus goes for a beautiful little double tap, doesn't fall, and Ali's beats the ball in the center twice. This ball is able to get over 1, but not 2. Kind of super his name is to leave. He goes for the touch, nothing falls. Ali's trying to hit this mid. This just falls straight into the net. Nobody able to touch it. About 18 different fakes from 25 different people.
All right, so Legendary's 1. Then we've got 2, 3, 4. All right, four misses on 1. Look at the cams. Everyone takes a sip of water or whatever drink they're going with and back to it. Juicer Alert, I mean, they're up 2-0. Is it deserved? I don't know, but I sure as heck haven't seen Cargo Space have any offensive power this game still.
Yeah, 66%
no.
of whiffing is not how you want this to go, as Subpar Dubs misses an open net. Fanta's Legendary just flipping through their entire team, but Bungus on the back to follow up. Skull sending it towards the net, and Scout follows it up, and we get a little bit of life in the final minute and a half.
We've been waiting for something, and then kind of out of the blue, Skull just diming that one. Scout, that is such a good redirect. Honestly, just saying, Octane or Fang not hitting that. That is a Dominus hitbox shot right there.
1,000,000%. And we're starting off here. The Cargo Space team needs something though, because we're gonna end
that's a double commit though.
And Desperation is going to start breeding mistakes, and Fantasy Legendary has an open net, but it just gets bumped up by Alley's. Scout meets Alley's on the wall. Any follow-up? None. Hambungus hits it wide. Skull to follow up. Hits it back towards that blue half, but no one there to see it through. Hambungus follows it through twice. Scout receives. Alley's over Scout, but Fantasy Legendary is there. Kind of stuff our does hits it to the wide. Hambungus to shoot. No. Skull hits it out of the way.
Alley with the touch in the corner. Scout, not a lot of boost to work with here. Opts to actually fake out one Legendary. This is going to be awkward. Not the best clear. Skull, though, doesn't have any boost to follow this one. Hambungus going to drop this one down to absolutely no one. Skull has no boost, going for bumps on Alley. Does actually end up with the ball. Alley trying to get them on one. Skull gets the boost around one. Can he just center this one? It's water falling down. And what a dunk! Legendary tying it with 17 seconds left.
Absolute dookie from Fantasy Legendary, and we're looking into an overtime unless something changes in the next 17 seconds.
That is so massive from this team Legendary when his team needed him the most. Coming in clutch. Overtime is looming, but we'll see if anything still happens here in regulation.
Yeah, Alley's hits in the middle, but nothing falls. Hambungus trying to stop this ball from going into his path. Kind of still for Dubs, hits it out, gets it middle. Hambungus is up. 0 seconds left. It's falling center, and it goes down. We have overtime in game 3.
This is so massive as the winner, whoever gets this next goal, is going on match point here. Again, battle of the top teams here. One of these guys is going to stay undefeated. We see not the best clear, but we see Demo on one. Is anyone there to get a follow-up touch? Scout does dive in. Legendary is going to turn this one early. Can he get a shot on target? It's going to be wide. More demos galore happening. Legendary picks up the corner boost again. We see Juicer Alert is boost starved heavily. Looking for a mid pass, but no one was there. Scout just a little bit too far back. This is going to be awkward now on the backboard. Legendary, does he get a decent clear? Subpar is up. What a chance. Juicer Alert want this OT.
I think both teams want this OT more than you could ever know, because that's just going to be the momentum heading into this match point game. And kind of subpar Dubs hits it wide, hits it to the middle. No one's there, but can he get it past the last man? And he does! Kind of subpar Dubs with a nice little aerial carry into the orange half, and Fan is just put to bed.
Just a millimeter too far back. Juicer Alerts get the demo and get the win here in game 3. Going on to match point. Again, though, doesn't matter. We're going game 5. Does not matter, but I will say that was one heck of a game to watch.
Do you think that that was Juicer Alert's momentum from the start of the game following through, or do you think that was Cargo Space able to pull back the momentum, just unable to finish it off?
That is an excellent question. I think that Cargo Space actually, they played so little offense. I mean, we saw that they had basically nothing until like a minute left in the game. So I think Juicer Alert shut them down fairly well. And then Cargo Space kind of figured out, hey, we need to get our spacing down and get some boost. But to answer your question, I think momentum is the winner for that game.
Yeah, I mean, if we see Juicer Alert going into this game, my prediction might reign true on a 3-1 win, but we're just going to see Cargo Space, if their mentality can defeat out that momentum, and they can take this game 4.
I want game 5. I got 5 gifted subs if it goes 5. I already put that in chat, so we'll see if that does come to fruition, which is like, I want it to. I want to see a game 5. It's the last game of the night. I want to get the content.
Yeah, you're tied down to it. And as we get into this last match, this will be a match of can Hambungus and Alley's continue to reign true. Hambungus was able to get those touches back that last game. He led the whole team and the game. And as we move into this match point game, not final game, I'm not going to try to curse it like that.
No, but it is match point though for Juicer Alert. We'll see if they can finish this one off, or does it go game 5? Either way, I'm happy. It's either I'm giving gifted subs or I get my channel points. So it's a win either way.
There you go. Yeah, Hambungus, I need to see that same ball chasing mentality. It's worked twice in both the games they've won, and we're seeing it a little at the start here, but Ali's hits it up high, kind of subpar dubs. It's underneath Scout. Scout hits it into their corner. Juicer Alert looks to clear a nice little team hit out, but Fan hits it back in front of net, and no good clear, but they get it out anyway.
Oh, Hambungus and Ali with the follow-up. Cargo Space had no one really in net. That was a free first shot and second shot, but the captain coming in clutch.
Yeah, I think the momentum might have stayed. We need to see Cargo Space turn that momentum around at some point in this match, or I don't see this going very well for them.
I kind of have to agree with that one. We've seen, though, in the first minute, though, how aggressive Cargo Space is getting with their demos. Definitely looking for the bump plays, but it almost bites them in the butt. Hambungus does not get that one to happen here. Kind of subpar, though. A little bit of misflip here. Triple commit, though, out of Cargo. And somehow they don't get scored on, but we're seeing both Fan and Skull making love in the corner on 0 boost. You know, whatever floats your boat, guys, but yeah, you got to play some Rocket League.
Yeah, I bet they feel like they have negative boost. As Fan goes up, it hits high. Hambungus to follow, gets it around Scout, gets it around Skull. It's right down the middle, but Fan hits it wide. It's put back to the center. No one to follow up, and it looks like Cargo get a little second to breathe. The Skull hits it up. It's immediately whiffed by Ali. Hambungus not able to hit, and kind of subpar dubs gets proceeded in the back half.
Oh, this has to be a good shot on target. Legendary cannot mess up those golden opportunities. They're too rare in this series here. Hambungus now throwing this one to the corner. Does he have enough to follow up? Skull gets a bad touch. We see a demo on the goalie. That was another open net. Guys, you gotta put it in.
Oh my gosh, they're like me playing comp. I just can't look at it. Scout hits it out wide. Ali's receives down middle. A little bit of an attempt to push Ali's away, but kind of super does. Tries to carry it across. Fan cuts him off. Skull has a shot. Ali's able to clear, and subpar dub doesn't go, and Ali's with no boost taking it up the side.
Be dangerous. Subpar dubs for the shot, and actually whiff on one Hambungus, and everyone's going through this ball. Scout, though, not a lot of boost to work with, though. Gets it around subpar. Legendary coming in off the corner. Can he get one touch? And that's an open net. Legendary again tying up the game.
Tying it up with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. We're looking in to see a good match 4, and I just want to see if that was the momentum changer, if it's been kind of changing, and we have Ali saying that might be a little bit of package.
Yeah, he was looking like a bot on the corner over there next to the net, just driving up, back and forth, back and forth. So see how much that plays into this game. Hopefully the internet's good. Obviously you don't want any bad ill intentions on that one, but we'll just have to play through it as Hambungus looking to be mid, potentially subpar, trying to drop it down to him. Now it's his turn to follow. Gets a reset. Legendary on top of him. Ali putting it middle. Subpar. Can he turn? Skull going the other way. We see 2 commit, though. This should be a free shot. Scout. Can he get it on target? We see 2 players commit. Still a dangerous spot, though. Legendary trying to get this one middle. Does jump for this one. Ali, not a lot of boost. Trying to get a flick over one. Skull, though, opting actually to go for the demo and leave the ball entirely, but no one from his team could actually get a shot off.
Yeah, this ball flies in. Ali whiffs, and Fan has a free shot on net and puts it bottom left.
Legendary. Oh, Cargo Space. That's honestly, it just sometimes it works out as the shot's not even that good, to be honest. He's got 0 boost, but Hambungus jumps over it, and Cargo Space, minute 25 away from going to the distance of game 5.
Yeah, sadly that goal purely on the back of Ali's whiff on the backboard as he's rocking this Belgian decal. Scout gets a touch out. Hambungus is back. He gets a nice clear to his corner. Skull to follow up. Gets it around 1. Kind of so far dubs into the sky. Hambungus to follow. Ali's with the double commit. And Fan pushes this mid. It's flying middle, but Hambungus is there to hit wide and attempts to follow up. Skull hits it back into his corner. Skull gets in mid. Scout's there. No boost. And it stays in the corner. Fan's up a little far. This might be an opportunity for this Juicer Alert team. Not a good center, and they're going to get a clear out.
Ooh,
ball
this might
barely
be
out wide. Whiff by Hambungus. This ball flies back mid. No one to follow. Hambungus able to keep it in the corner off of a nice little save. It was a double commit, but it worked out.
It does work out as we got 30 seconds left. Scout going in early. This is going to be an incredible piss missile going to the sidewall here. Subpar going for the early shot. That's going to be barely off target. Scout, though, with a decent touch. Ali trying to throw it down mid to Hambungus with the shot on target, but two players commit again. I don't think we've seen a single time that Cargo Space hasn't double committed on defense.
Yeah, but at the same time, Juice Alerts also had that issue, and as we move into this final seconds, they need to go the length of the field, and it doesn't look like it's happening. Hambungus hits it deep, kind of Subpar does, hits it up. They're keeping it up, but there's just no attack down the center, and Cargo Space takes game 4, and guess what? Your wish comes true. We are heading to game 5 again with 2 juggernauts on the last game of the night.
I'm happy because game 5 means gifted subs. I got 5 going your guys' way, so congrats to whoever gets those. And hopefully now I get my prediction correct that Juice Alert wins in 5. So I'd love to see that one. But we will we'll have to see what's going to be happening here because I am excited to see this one game 5. But I will say Cargo Space and Legendary, they have stepped it up this game.
100%. Thanos Legendary had 2 really good attempts, and they were purely based off of defensive mistakes, but the fact that he put them both through and he shot 50%, I was telling you at the start of the game, I wanted to see more out of him in the scoring part, and he followed through in that game. And if there's anyone you want to look at outside of that, it's Hambungus. Hambungus had 4 shots, none of them fell through, but he had those high touches, so you know he was following that ball. I need to see a little bit more follow through with him, and maybe we see a Juice Alert win here.
Well, looks like Ali having some internet issues is going to be quickly restarting his PC. So apologize, we're going to have a little bit more of a delay going into this game. But like I said, I would rather game 5 be an even playing ground, get everyone, good internet, good connection. It does, inadvertently maybe stop some momentum from Cargo Space, but it also does give both teams enough time to figure out, hey, how the heck do we win this game 5?
Yeah, and I want to see a rough and tough, either high scoring or really effective game 5 out of both these teams. This is a top team game 5. I had to deal with one of these. I just hope it goes the distance like mine did. I want to see a little overtime action.
We'll have to see what happens here. But like I said, we're just gonna be waiting for Ali to restart that one. So we can dive a little bit more into the stats. And believe it or not, Hambungus did in fact ball chase, and it still didn't work. So Cargo Space, I'm not gonna lie, it looked really, really ugly. Again, on defense, they double commit every single time, but they did find their goals again early. Cargo Space and Legendary coming in clutch, getting both the goals for this team. This entire NDSU school squad, which actually every single one is either School of Mines or NDSU. Not a lot of diversity here in this one, but all right. You got any hot takes going into game 5 at all?
I think I am such a momentum player. I think Cargo Space currently has momentum, but this might get shaken by this long wait. I think whoever scores first wins this game. That's my hot take.
I mean, statistically, I gotta agree with you that whoever does score first does end up winning.
Yeah, but it's all about momentum. We're in the 5th game, K-Tool. Come on.
No, I'm with you. It's the 5th game. Like I said, we're just gonna be waiting for allies to get into this one and restart the computer. But Cargo Space again, game 5. And I think both teams hate it. I know it when I've been in this situation. It is the absolute worst to just wait. Now, almost every single one of these players is actually waiting in the game, which me personally, I like to go sit in training. I don't want to sit for more than a second. So, but we will be joining this game. It looks like Ali is, in fact, back in the party. So as soon as we get everyone in, we will be good to go. Just waiting for a couple more players to join, and then we can send it. Yeah,
I agree. I mean, I want to see a little flash come out of them, a little surprise. We're going to this final game, but you got to remember, neither of these teams have had more than one game down in any series so far this season. This is new charted territory for both teams, and we're gonna see how they react and how they play under pressure, because this will be the first time this season for both of them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Game 5 underway. Everything on the line. This is the battle for the #1 spot here in Division B. And Ali and Co, they've got a lot of work to do after, again, giving up a tough loss. Legendary, the MVP of that game. We'll see if that can continue here on Match Point.
Yeah, I want to see a lot out of Legendary here. Scout has an attempt. It goes right off the woodwork, and we see a clear out from this Dcrl team.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That was a wide open net there. Unfortunately, Scout not able to find it. Ali, can he get the open net? This is wide open. Legendary, though. The last second one just barely tapping that one away. And Bunkus actually coming out of their own net. I have a feeling that we're going to see some ugly gameplay just from the sheer nerves of these players.
Yeah, Ali's with a nice follow-up. Bungus didn't ball chase for a second there. It scared me. I thought something was wrong.
Something's broken. Ham's not ball chasing. Ali gets the reset, though, on one. A little awkward. Gets the pump on one. Legendary, though, actually does drop his subpar. Can he find a shot? Middle. It bounces out. Double commit again. Bunkus drops it mid. Scout, though, booming this one downfield. Skull looking for the demos. Ali, though, off the corner. Nice and clean. So far, the double commits haven't been bad, but I have a feeling we're going to see some ugly commits. And Skull, upper corner, finding it for cargo space.
Literally anywhere else on net, kind of subpar dubs had a chance, but just not enough boost to reach that bar down. And Skull puts the first goal in, and cargo space goes up in this final match. That momentum reigning true.
Well, I like to see that start here from Cargo Space. It's been a while since they've been leading in the series early here in these games. Now the question is, Juicer Alert, what is your response here? We are now a minute and a half left in this one. A minute and a half into this one. Scout, gonna be a little awkward. Missing the reverse one, though. And Bungus, not the best touch, though. Gets a pinch mid. Then when their allies there, but he misses it. It was open for a millisecond, but not able to find the touch as the captain.
Yeah, Bungus had a nice pass. It flew the top of the line, but Ali's just misreading it. And Bungus is left to defense here on a booming clear. And a double commit follows through by Juicer Alert, but Ali's gets a nice clear, and Scout gets receiving in the back corner.
Skull trying to wait mid for a pass potential. Can Scout get it to him? No, he cannot. Pops over one, though. Legendary turn. He can get a shot on target. Ali is there to bat this one away. Still in a dangerous position, though. Good touch from Bungus just to block any shot coming from Skull, who, again, we are seeing Skull look for more and more demos on this field.
Yeah, and Bungus getting back to a little bit of speed here. He was slow to start the match, but I'm seeing a continual rise in his pace as we get deeper into this game, and that's what he needs. He needs to get into awkward positions to make the opponents awkward and then create goals as he gets demoed by his Scout, and Skull is able to receive on his back wall.
This is a little dangerous, though. And Bunkus trying to figure out how he wants to follow this up. We're seeing more and more demos, but no shot is actually coming in, and that's going to pinch the other way. Bunkus, you had to flick it early. Ali going to be collecting this ball. It's going to be going straight off the ceiling. Straight down shot coming in from Legendary. Skull, again, demoing the goalie. We are seeing this is a bloodbath here in Game 5.
Going back to that Bungus pass attempt, I heard a professional basketball player say a hezzy is important, but if you hezzy too long, you never win. And it came true there. He just didn't do anything with the ball when he had it in a very nice opportunity and let them respawn. And Bungus with a touchdown center. It's received by Scout. Scout misses the follow-up. Bungus has a free ball in the back. He hits at the backboard, no one to follow up, and Scout gets a clear with Fanta's Legendary to follow.
We've been talking. There's only a minute 15 left in this game. This is flying by. Juicer Alert, you are still down 1-0. Your life is on the line. You got to figure something out early. Ali now trying to get another touch around one. He's got no boost, but neither does Skull. Can he find the doink? It's off the bar. Kind of subpar, but blocked on the line is Legendary. A minute left, and Juicers are throwing everything they have at it.
Yeah, I just hope they're not too in their own head and they can find their way out of this, because this Dcrl team has an opportunity. They just need to find something to fall through. And they're thinking back to that first game, that third game, the games where they had the momentum, and they're just trying to recreate that, but nothing's happening.
We're seeing a lot of double commits of this defensive juicer alert. This is, like I said, where it gets really, really ugly, though. Awkward touch from Skull. Drops it right to Hambunkus. Can he find a shot on target? It's off. This is a free touch for Subpar, but Skull at the last second on the goal line finds the save. That should have been it for Juicers.
Yeah, Alley's trying to stop it. Hambungus has the ball in mid, but they're just not giving him any space with a doink by Alley's. And we are going into overtime unless something happens in the next 15 seconds. But what a fantastic touch, and Skull just not able to get there.
Skull had absolutely zero boost. Like you'd mentioned, overtime is looming with 13 seconds left. Do we see some miracle happen in regulation, or do we go the entire way? This is actually an open net, but Skull had no boost. This is incredibly awkward. He is the last man back here as we saw demos happening. 1 second, this ball just has to touch the ground, and it does. And ladies and gentlemen, game 5 overtime, golden goal for either team.
Hambungus had a little booming clear there, but here we'll see that the Hambungus work can reign true. The first goal came off of his pass, his ability to maneuver around one, and he has an opportunity here in this corner, but Skull has him beat, kind of soups up our dubs, hits it off the side while Hambungus goes to follow, but it's just followed through by Scout. Scout hits it out to Juicer's corner. Alley's follows up, hits it right into the center. Hambungus has time, but not enough boost to continually follow that. And Scout is a free touch back into their half. Scout with a pass mid. It's over 1. It's almost over 2. Subpar Dubs gets a nice touch over, and we're looking at an effective pressure by Cargo Space.
Oh my
but
God.
Not anything looming outside of these whiffs. As Fan with another whiff.
The ice from these players to not challenge this one, as Skull now has zero boost off the corner. Alley with the whiff again. Scout off the backboard. Hambungus with the whiff. Alley with the whiff. The net is wide open. Does it fall? And it does! Legendary gets it. Cargo Space win in 5.
Man is legendary. He's the man I wanted to see score, and he follows through and finishes. A third pick, the third man in the second round pick by Scout, purely picked off of chemistry, reigns true in a matchup that we wanted to see go all the way.
That is a legendary performance. What a series from these players. My God. Whew, I gotta catch my breath on that one. That was insane. Oh.
100%. I got a couple of your points, so I'm not mad. And that game pulled at my heartstrings right there.
I would imagine, as we will wait for these boys to get into the waiting room for their interview. But oh my God. Hey, I asked for content. I asked to go to 5. It cost me 30,000 channel points, but I will gladly pay for that one, as we have got the boys in here. Boys, how are we feeling after that roller coaster of a series?
Oh, let's go.
I'm ready to punch a hole in the wall.
Oh, it was so frustrating. I loved it, though.
Oh my God. Hey, I asked you guys for content. I was asking, I wanted it. You guys absolutely delivered. So first of all, thank you for that. You cost me 30,000 channel points, but you know what? I will take that for an insane game 5 overtime. So, legendary. I obviously first got to go for you, my man. I don't think anyone has ever clutched up more in games 4 and 5 to like bring your team back and get the OT winner. How is it that you just seem to find yourself in the perfect spot?
I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of lucky, but I put myself in good spots and it paid off. So
I like it. I like it. Scout, you said it was pretty frustrating. You wanna dive a little deeper on what those frustrations were?
I've been feeling off. I'm on day 10 of being sick, and I barely have a voice left. But our rotations, we're still doubling up quite a bit.
Oh, that was never mentioned
hits.
in stream, I promise. Just don't watch the VOD.
But I'm honestly really proud of Skull on his defense, and legendary MVP of the match.
No, hands down, agreed. Yeah, no, Skull, I think he nailed it. Your defense performance. Dude, there was a couple times in game 5, I'm like about to call, there's an instant goal. You out of nowhere, the camera hasn't even panned to you, diving at the last second. How are you guys even keeping your composure in that game 5? Like, what were the nerves like? How sweaty are the hands getting?
Well, I hard backflipped off of like the first goal chance we got towards the end of the game. I don't remember if it was in regulation or OT, but I backflipped and I was like, oh my god, I'm so nervous. And then legendary scored. I jumped out of my chair. I'm screaming, and all I hear is a nice, just compassionate. I'm so shaky right now from him. So I mean, we didn't say anything like real time, but we were all feeling it for sure.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And then I gotta go. One question for you, Skull. You said you're ready to punch a hole in the wall. Is that just with how amped this team is? Like, you want to try to explain like how amped playing in this league, especially on stream, and the nerves can make people with the emotions?
I mean, if this is definitely as closest to like LAN as like nervous as I was. Like in all my seasons of Dcrl, like yeah, there's been a couple nervous games, and then obviously get to LAN and it's different. But this is the closest thing to LAN as far as nervousness that I've been.
All right, I respect it. Pen, what do you got for these boys?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fall down over to Legendary, the man. Legendary, I'm not gonna lie. If you watch this back, I was a little suspicious of your stats going into this game. I wanted to see some offensive pressure out of you. And going into games 1 and 2, I was on the down low, but you came and reigned true in the end. Have you been working on any attacking? Have you been working on building chemistry with your teammates, or have you just kind of just been playing solo queue?
I mean, I've just been playing threes a little more. I just trying to be in the right spot at the right time. So I don't know. That's about it.
So one last question, I will say. So they had Ali Hambungus, who had played on the seasons before, and then Scout and Legendary. You guys have played before. How does that extra team chemistry help in a series like this?
What helps big time? I mean, me and him with some of our passes are kind of insane. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see.
I like it. I like it. Well, boys, huge congratulations on, personally, my favorite series so far of the season that I've definitely been a part of. So again, thank you for the content. It is one heck of a VOD you guys get to watch back. But again, congratulations. You guys are the undisputed #1 team in Div B. So now the question is, now that you guys have a target on your head, is there any added pressure going into the rest of the season?
Gage, how much content do you want?
Hey, bro, I've got a lot of channel points. If I have to pay 30K each time to do this, I can go for a while. So I'm ready.
I mean, I could put a bigger target on her head if you want me to.
Oh, God, I want to see it.
Okay, to use my response to that question then. Lions don't concern themselves with the whereabouts of sheep, okay? Not worried.
I love that. Well, again,
Team's
boys,
a dog.
congratulations on a huge win. And again, I don't know if a ton of people had faith considering how hot we saw the offense of Juicers was, but you guys showed up. You balled out. Legendary, the absolute MVP performance. So, boys, huge congratulations and best of luck in the future matches.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it. See you later, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was one heck of a series. Like I cannot say how special that was to see a Game 5 OT. I wanted the content, Pen. I think we got the content.
We definitely did. I am heavily fatigued, and I don't know if it was that match or the fact that it's 10:15 at night and I've been up too long, but I wanted to see that content. We saw that content. I got some of your points. I'm not mad. And now I got to learn how to be a African hunter here, because I guess the Lions have to go down.
Yeah, how's it feel considering you are on Air Raid, which is the technically only other undefeated team? I'm sure you guys play later this week, but how do you feel and knowing that there's a team as good as Carball out there, or Cargo Space out there?
Hey, I got kicked to a bye this week. I'm just enjoying my time off, but I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna just keep winning, and that's my hopes. But this game went the distance. It's how I felt when I understand that pressure they felt. I felt that the same way week 1 against Honey Nut, and we went all the way to overtime game 5. It made you shaky, and it was not how you expected to feel in a season game. But I guess it just tells you how competitive this Division B is this season.
I am extremely happy with how competitive it has been so far. A lot of games back and forth. And again, this is only week 3. We have we're just getting started considering the season goes all the way to December. So we have a lot of content. But that is going to be it for our games tonight. We had back-to-back epic games, one going 4 and one going 5. So congrats to our winners. And I will say we've got a lot more games this week. So make sure you guys, blah, 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 like, follow, subscribe, all the, nonsense. But no, seriously, we do appreciate you guys sticking around so much. It does mean a lot to us because we're going to hopefully be live every single night this week for more matches. I think we've got like 25 matches that get played each week between our 5 divisions. So, Pen, appreciate you casting with me. You got any last words of wisdom to say to the world before we log on off tonight?
Make sure you have this channel followed. Make sure you can sub if you can. I just don't want you to miss a single game because as we get deeper into the season, the games are going to get more and more intense, and I just cannot wait.
One thing I always say at the end of this one, because I've graduated, get your guys' homework done before midnight. All right, stuff's due, whatever time zone you're in. It's due at midnight. I don't have to worry about it, but you guys pushed it off to watch Dcrl, and I appreciate that. But now it's time to grind. So with that, adios, everyone. Have a great night, and we'll see you guys very soon.
I do need you.